Why? Here we go again. Why? Just why? Howdy y'all, Fast Force 289, welcome back. In this video, I think you already got a good idea what I'm going to talk about. Another stupid idiocy thing dealing with the modern automotive vehicle. So let's take a look at what I got this time and talk about it. Okay, so this time I'm working on my buddy's 1992 Ford Ranger, doing some things. He's in the Air Force, he's going to Arizona. He needs it to be safe to drive. So we're going through some things here. I went through the brakes, did all that new, but what I want to talk about is over here. The brake line, I look at stuff like this, right, and I shake my head, I scratch my head, and then I just get pissed off because I'm like, why? Why? I mean, I don't understand. Why? Do you see what look, there's no exit for the brake line. None. There's no exit. It ain't like a traditional clip where you just slip it on over. There's no exit, you know? And then these use these stupid pins on the caliper that Ford went to in the late 80s or 90s, and you got to have a special tool usually to drive them out. They're supposed to have rubber in here, and they give a little bit, and you drive them out, and you're supposed to be able to reuse them, but now they're so old that they break. And it's like, why not just keep the old style that they used to have in the 70s? And they went up, and they used up into the early 80s. Now, to show you what I'm talking about, you might say, what's not that big of a deal with the clip issue, right? Well, here's the problem. Here's the brake line. Your fitting is up in here. There's not really a way to get to this. How they did this at the factory, I can tell you how they did it. That clip is meant to like open up and slide over, and then it clips on over. They did this at the factory as it's coming down the assembly line. They went ahead and put this brake line on and all that, and then they tightened it down. Not thinking about the mechanic later on having to change this brake line. So it's a pain. Now, yeah, the driver's side I absolutely fault, and I ended up bending the clip. As a matter of fact, because I didn't know any better, I ended up just destroying it completely to get it out. On this side, I did take the brake line loose and was able to finally finesse the clip up over and pull the brake line out. But this is like, it's like a game. It's like they do this intentionally to make your job harder. So if you get what I'm saying, like this is meant, pretend like, okay, I can't really show you, but pretend like, okay, we're in here, right? This is meant to slip in the brake line. You like have to bend these tabs out. You have to flex the tab out, open it up, fit this over, and then this pops over the brake line. So essentially, like if it's in there, you have to get this lined up over the slot there. Like I said, open this clip up, and it's a tight fitting clip, and then that's how it fits. There's no way you can get to this easily with it being shoved up in that hole like that. There's just no way. Okay, so now let's talk about these stupid pins that they decided to use. So you have one top and bottom. So you put your brake pads in here, and I ain't put it together yet, but you put your brake pads in here. You gotta take this, set in here, get it started, wiggle it up in there and hammer these pins in, and it's like a wedge fit, right? And it holds it. Okay. Well, I want to show you this. This is an old style clip setup. Now I don't have the bolt. There's supposed to be a bolt that goes in here, but my 76 Ford truck, 77 Ford truck, the 80s model Ford trucks until they went to this style, this is what they used right here. As soon as Ford went to the disc brake setup in 73 as a standard, maybe the older ones had the same setup because you could get disc brakes as an option, but it was rare. But 73, they were standard on all trucks. And this is what they had. And it's so simple and effective, right? So your caliper will kind of like pivot in at the top and fold down at the bottom, kind of like a clamshell, right? And then you take this is a spring that sits on top, and you would set this up at the bottom of your caliper. Like, so use this as an example. So your top would set in here, it would fold down, you would take this, put it in the bottom, start it, and you would tap this in all the way until it was flush. And there would be a bracket down here with a hole, and you just put your bolt in it and lock it down, and it held it in place. So simple. When you wanted to remove it, you just tap this on out till it falls out, and then you open your clamshell style caliper up and pull your brake pads out. So my thing is, like, I don't like to do a bunch of ranting. This ain't what this channel is about. It ain't about ranting and complaining and all this. But these are the kind of things I like to bring up and talk about, because to me, this is not common sense. This is like almost like the engineers deliberately do things to make your job harder. Either they're completely oblivious and have no idea because they never worked on a thing in their life, so they have no concept of what it's like to actually work on something, or they're doing this deliberately out of spite. And this is 92. This is 90s. Okay, this is 90s. I think they may have started that caliper pin crap in the late 80s, I think. But I know in the 90s, obviously, this is 92, all original, it has it. This just goes to show you how long this has been going on. This continuously making mechanics jobs harder, to raise prices up at the dealership. And this is 90s, and this like this. It's way worse now. Remember the video I posted on the 2014 Mustang of my mom's with the dipstick issue? Stupid. I mean, I'm being blunt and honest. Plain stupid. There's no point in it. Absolutely, you can't convince me there's a reason for that. Just like there's no reason for this. I mean, I know engineers have to justify their paycheck. They have to always come up with something new. Otherwise, well, what are you doing here, right? But then again, at the same time, it's like, why not leave what works alone, right? I mean, there's other things you could think of improving, right? Why aren't engineers trying to improve a better, faster way to assemble the vehicles to get them out faster if you want to do that? But leave what works alone. I mean, there's no point in changing what works. It's simple, it's effective. And like with them clips, if they break, you got to go buy a whole new set. I've never had to replace the spring or the pin in my 70s Ford trucks, or in the 80s models that use those. Never, ever. I've never had to. So they were built to last. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to bring this up and show y'all. These are the things that just it irritates me, because it's like there's no common sense here. It's either they don't care, or it's like they're sitting back laughing like, ha ha, look, now they got to fight that. And I don't like it. We got to get away from this. If it's this bad in the 90s, and you've seen that 2014 Mustang, I can only imagine what it's like on these 2023 models, or the coming 2024 models. And yeah, I'm not going to keep rambling on here. I just want to bring it up and show you this and see if y'all encounter the same problem. Like, it's just ridiculous. I can't find any common sense. And on that brake line, I'm going to get just a regular clip, the traditional style that just, wedge fit. That's all you need. So I'm going to go to the parts store tomorrow probably and get one of those. But anyway, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you, Jesus, I can't even talk now. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in the drop box down below and I'll get back to you. Comment down below and tell me, it don't have to be about this specifically. Tell me about some things, crazy things you've seen on a vehicle. Tell me about how you had to fight these clips to get them off because you didn't know any better the first time, right? Like when I first seen it, I'm thinking, okay, this is a 10, 15 minute job, right? You just pop the clip out, take the line loose, you're done, right? Oh, no. Over an hour fighting these things, trying to get it loose in these tight spots, trying to work around it and everything. It was a pain to get this out. So, because why would you think that the clips would be made that way? I wouldn't think that, would you? I mean, nobody would. Yeah. So, anyway, comment down below and tell me what you think. And that's all there is for this one. Simple, quick, to the point. So, until next time, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.